Hello everyone, photographer Ronix from Honest Photographer, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Prince Mason's skin tone LUTs, and these LUTs are basically for medium to dark skin. So I'm just going to be doing a brief review about these LUTs, and I just got them from a Black Friday deal that was running. So I just had to jump on and purchase these LUTs. So I'm going to show you guys how these work for my images. So basically, when he was giving this out, he said that this basically work best with Canon and Sony, because Canon and Sony have so much reds. Yeah, they have so much reds. So if at all you take photos with either Canon or Sony, you'll notice that your photos have more red color. I don't know if I make sense, but these lights best work for those that shoot with Canon and Sony. And the second bit he said was uh, usually they work best if at all you shoot between 5,000 and 5,500 kelvins. That's for your white balance. So this will basically best work for you. And let me show you guys how they do work for this image. And as you can see, this is the image we are going to be dealing with. Yeah, if at all you're comfortable with it, you can leave it like this. But as you can see, let me first show you guys something. I want to show you guys the before and after for this image. And this was the image initially before, and this is the after. Before, after, you can see there is no much difference regarding color grading and anything. And if at all you would love to learn about how I retouch, I'm going to put the link for you right above here so that you can learn the in-depth of my retouching process. So this tutorial is not about retouching, it is about the review of the LUTs I purchased from Prince Mason. And let me show you guys how they work with these images. So we're going to be dealing with this dark skinned model, and we're also going to be dealing with this image. As you can see, it is kind of light skinned. So this is the image. First of all, I'm going to come to right down here. So after you have downloaded your LUTs, they will be stored in a particular folder on your device. So I'm going to come right here to color lookup, and I'm going to come and I click on load. So you're going to first of all look at this very first one, the signature skin tone one. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to load it. So like I said, these are going to work differently for your images. So you can see now this is it. So this is the before after. You can see the image right now. So if at all, because I feel when using these LUTs, you usually have to turn down the opacity to whatever you feel like is the best for you. So if at all you feel this is too much for you, just come and turn down the opacity. So you can see it has taken out most of the reds in this image. Like I said, these LUTs basically work best with Sony and Canon cameras because they have reds in it. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to leave it at 100%. It's not a tutorial, I'm just doing a review, sorry. So this is the before and after for the signature look one. So we're going to try out the second one. So let's try out the second one. Sorry. So we're going to try out the second one. This is our second one. So just click on load. And this is I particularly love this second one because it takes out most of the reds and brings out that rich melanin skin tone look. So you can see this LUT is really amazing, and it is the one I used for this very image. I posted it and people were asking me about how I did color grade it. I used Prince Mason skin tone LUTs for the dark, medium to dark. So this is the before and after. So let's try out the other one. So like I said, I'm going to be leaving this at 100. So I'm going to come back here and I click on color lookup and click on load. So let's try the third one and we see what it does to this image. You can see what it really does. It adds that kind of cold look. So like I said, you shouldn't let's just aid you to have a starting point in your color grading. So like I said, you can just come and drop down the opacity to the one of your liking. So this is the before after. You can see what it does, and I'm sorry I forgot to delete this. So I'm going to pump this up. So this is what it basically does. This is our third one. So this is the before after. You can see the difference it makes. So if at all if it is too much, like I said, drop down the opacity, and I feel like these LUTs are really nice and magical, and you guys should purchase them because they're going to improve your color grading and you'll get the richest skin tones for your images. So I just got myself a good deal. I think it was around, I don't remember really well, but it was a Black Friday offer. And let's try out the other ones. So we're going to go for the fourth one, I should say. So this is the fourth one. So click on load. So this one basically adds that sort of warm feel, and I feel like these ones really work best with medium skin tones, not the dark skin kind. So you can see it before and after, but it is really nice and beautiful too. And if at all you feel it is not the look you're going in for, you can just come and drop down the opacity to the one of your liking. So usually I prefer around 40. So that's the before after. So we're going to go in for another look, and we just this is just like a review of the LUTs. So basically we're not going to be retouching in this tutorial. So we're going to go in for 5 and we see what it brings. So this is our look 5. So basically this is going to be the default for the LUT when you click on it. So that's the before and the after. You can see it takes out most of the reds from the skin tones. So if at all you feel it is too much, just drop down the opacity to the one of your liking. You can see the before and the after. So we're going to review the last LUT for Prince Mason for the dark skin. Remember, I'm going to also be doing this for the light skinned version, or no, sorry, the medium, I should say. So this is our last one. So that is it at 100% opacity, and that's the before and after. If at all you feel it is much, I just drop down the opacity to the one of your liking. So basically these LUTs are really nice and amazing, and you should purchase them. I don't know if I think I'll share the link where you can purchase these LUTs from. So basically that is it for this image. So we are going to try it out with this image, and we see if at all it is going to give us the same amazing results. And let's come right here and come to color lookup, and we're going to click on load. So let's try the very first one. Like I said, they really take out the reds out of your image. You can see this image basically had so much reds in it, and I remember Mark IV. So you can see the before and after. It has taken out most of the reds from the skin tones. If at all you feel it is okay with you, this look, you can leave it at this, or you can just drop down the opacity to just reduce on the reds or color grade it to your liking. So we're going to go for the second look and try it there too. So this is the second one. You can see this is it at 100%, but that is I feel it is too much, so just come and drop down the opacity like that to the one of your liking. So we are going to go in for the third one. So let's come to the third look or the LUT. So this is the third one, and we want to see what it really does to the image. But I feel the first three LUTs are basically for the dark-skinned models. So you can see this is what it does, but I just don't find it perfect for this image. So we're going to try out the fourth one. So let's see what the fourth one does to this image. Like I said, they really are starting from 4 downwards. They really work best for light-skinned models. You can see, or I should say medium. So you can see the before and after, before, after. So you can continue dropping down the opacity to whatever you really feel comfortable with. You can see the before and after. So let's try out the last two and we see what it makes of this image. So this is number 5. We want to see what it makes of this image. So this is it at 100%, and this is it at around 43. That's the before and after, before, after. So you can see how amazing the images turn out to look. So let's try out the very last one from this pack. The reason that's why I only downloaded this is because I only deal with most times the medium to dark skinned models or clients, so that's why I had to purchase this one in particular. So this is it, the last one at 100%. You can see the before and after, before, after. Like I said, this one basically works best for the medium models, medium skin tone models. You can see before and after. It is basically working by taking out most of the reds from the skin tone. So like I said, these LUTs basically better work with Canon and Sony cameras because these cameras have more reds in them. So basically this has been a review about the Prince Mason skin tone LUTs, and these are the medium to dark skin LUTs, and they are really beautiful and amazing. And I promise you guys, if at all you download them, you are going to get the best out of your color grading and having those rich and more professional skin tones. And the link to purchase them is going to be in the description of this video. And I'm Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in yet another video on this channel, and stay safe.